Hello guys, Mr. Sir here. So today in this video I'm going to be explaining the concept of I'll be explaining and showing you the concept of top-down analysis, right? So the reason why I want to explain this concept is because it is important for us to follow the major trend, on the higher time frames. It's very important for us to do that, right? So here we'll be working on Ger40 on the weekly time frame. We're starting on the weekly time frame. So what I'm going to start doing is marking the major liquid zones, right? So I'm going to start with the buy side liquidity here, right? I'm going to start with the buy side liquidity. I'll tell you why I'm calling it the buy side liquidity instead of the higher high, because this zone here, it's where price reached its highest high. This is the highest high ever reached by Ger40, right? So next thing I'm going to mark the lower low, or in this case I will call it the sell side liquidity, right? I will call it that, sell side liquidity. Strange. I'll do it manually. Do it manually. Side liquidity. Right. Nice. Okay, let's continue. Then the next thing that I'm going to mark is the break of structure. The reason why we mark the break of structure is because it's showing us that price is still continuing with its trend, right? So it's telling us the same thing. I'll also do this manually just to save time. But then I'll mark it as BOS. Right, so this will be a break of structure here, right? So I will draw this line here. This line, it will represent our order block, right? To symbolize our order block, right? So break of structure thing, it's gone. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. And then, like I said, this is our break of structure. Right here, let's just leave it here. So after I've drawn this, like, this is what I need in the weekly time frame to mark these liquid zones and this possible order block. The reason why I'm calling this an order block in this time frame is because of this momentum created by this candle. It has left a lot of liquidity void. Like, there's a lot of liquidity here. There were a lot of buyers this week than sellers. So sellers have to do their job, come back down and fill this zone, like this gap, this void here, right? So now let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, so now on the daily time frame, I'm going to add a new feature here, which is the Fibonacci retracement tool. So because you're looking for buy opportunities, we start marking the Fibonacci tool at the sell side liquidity, then and on the buy side liquidity. If you check here, it's at a zero level here, the buy side liquidity, so it has to come back down. This is where we start counting. So if you check for me, the levels that I've put, it's 0, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786, which is the golden zone where price is more likely to respect the order block. Then we have this one level. If mostly prices, if price passes this level, it means we have a change of character in most cases, right, in the higher time frames. So what we look for here in the Fibonacci retracement tool, we are looking for a zone that's below 0.5, right? So if it's below 0.5, it's at a discounted level, right? This is where we have to start marking our order blocks properly, right? So the first zone that we can look at, it's this zone here, this order block, this long inverted hammer. It will be our order block. So we'll have to draw a rectangle from the high of the candle to the low of the candle. This is the first zone that we are marking, right? So this will be our order block. I'm doing the right thing here. Okay. This will be our order block, right? Our first order block. The reason why we're saying this is our order block, right? It's this momentum here, this momentum here. You see, there's a lot of momentum here. There are a lot of buyers. So this is where, on this time frame, you're going to look for our buys here in this time frame. Then there's this one here, this hammer here. It's can also mark it as an order block, but then this price when it was retracing here, it failed to come and break this low here. It failed to do that. It failed to come and break this low here, meaning that the sellers there wasn't any liquidity for it or any liquidity here, right? So meaning price, the buyers continued, created momentum here, and then continued with their buys, right? And which created this break of structure here. So in doing so, they broke out this minor low here. This minor low here, it was broken. So, and it was never mitigated, right? So, which is the reason why, one of the reasons why prices to come back and mitigate order blocks here, right? So here it's this momentum that's making me say that price is gonna come back to this zone, then continue buying, right? So for our third and last time frame, it's the 4-hour time frame, right? So here on the 4-hour time frame, you're going to look for a zone where price is probably gonna start selling in order to continue its buy, right? So the first thing that I'm gonna do here is to look for the highs and lows and a change of character, liquidity shape, right? This is what I'm looking for right now. Okay. So first of all, it's the liquidity shape. And then I'll tell you why it's called the liquidity shape. It's not working. Okay, thank you. Liquidity shape. Then, like I said, this is our highest high, right? The buy side liquidity. So on the 4-hour time frame, price created a change of character. You know, this break here that created liquidity shape. This break, it's high. It created this high, leaving this low here, right? So this was this highest lower low on this time frame. So here we're going to mark our change of character. A change of character represents a possible possible change of trend, right? But then here it's not really about changing trend. We are looking for sells to buy, right? We're looking to sell in order to buy, right? So this will be our change of character. You see, because if you see here, this is where the full this full candle closed fully below the the break here. We can't count this one as a change of character, right? Hence, price came back and took it out. You understand, right? So then now we're going to look for an order block, right? We're going to look for an order block here. Then our order block at this point, remember, or let me just say this, an order block is the last buying candle at this point. Since you're looking for selves, it's the last buying candle at this point, right? So we mark it from its opening price or its low up until its high, right? So this is how we mark an order block properly. Or let me just stretch this. So this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. So we're going to place our orders here. And mind you, this is a live market. I'm analyzing a live market here. So our stop loss will be right just above, or let me just say a few pips above the order block level. Then our take profit will be at this low here, at this low here. But in actuality, our real take profit at this point, or at this level of sell, will be at this order block here, the bullish order block that we are waiting for, right? So for now here, we don't do nothing. We don't trade here. We don't do nothing. Wait until price comes here, right? Because here, like, we have a higher chance of being liquidated, of losing our capital easily, right? So, and the other thing that costed this buy reversal, it's this demand zone here. It's this demand zone. This is not an order block, it's a demand zone, right? So I need you to be aware of that. This is a demand zone, not an order block. There are differences. An order block has certain conditions, right? There has to be momentum, right? There has to be a break of structure or a change of character, right? There has to be liquidity build up. And also on the demand zone, there has to be liquidity build up and everything. So now this demand zone here, it's the reason why price started reversing, buying to come to this shell, right? So, and one more thing that I need to add, or to just emphasize, right? This most demand zones, when they are mitigated, price tend to shoot up and reach the previous and break the previous high, right? So if that happens, then we will have to wait again and look for buy opportunities, because this high has been broken. I mean, that's if that happens. But then if we come back to us, let me just hide these things so they can stay on this time frame only before we go back to the weekly time frame. Okay, we're back on the weekly. It's on the daily time frame. Forgot. Uh, so the reason why I'm also expecting a sell, right? Those who trade price action can attest for me when these two candles are like this, it symbolizes a sell. The fact that price opened, the fact that price opened here, right, and continued and went up like this. Then the sellers came in strong. Then they came down here and brought the price here. Then buyers tried to push the price up, but then they couldn't. The sellers was too strong. And when price opened here, sorry, opened here, and then no, I'm sorry, I'm confused here. Oh, it opened here, right? Then buyers tried to push the price up, right? So then the sellers came in strong. It came down again, came down, came down, came down, and it closed here. And now today, Monday, the 27th, if not mistaken, 27th of May, 2024. Price it's playing here. It opened here. It's playing. Probably by Wednesday, Thursday, price will be starting to drop here. So we'll be monitoring the market properly and thoroughly. So updates will be given as time goes on, and hopefully I will make screenshots of this analysis and post them online on our groups, on the WhatsApp group and other social media platforms. And so far for me, this is what I have for you. Thank you.